Not a lot has changed, but the Galaxy A55 introduces some key differences. The Galaxy A55 announced by Samsung earlier this week has a high bar to clear. Last year's version, the Galaxy A54, was one of the best cheap phones available, delivering mid-range specs at an affordable price. So a Samsung Galaxy A55 versus Galaxy A54 comparison is especially vital if we want to see what's changed year over year. Along with the usual chipset upgrade, the Galaxy A55 offers some key design changes from the Galaxy A54. Other aspects of the two phones appear very similar, though, from camera setup to battery size. Further testing may reveal additional differences, but for now, all we can do is look at Galaxy A55 and Galaxy A54 specs to see how the new phones measure up. Here's what we found out so far about Samsung Galaxy A55 versus Galaxy A54 differences. Samsung announced a starting price of £439 for Galaxy A55 in the UK. That's actually lower than the Galaxy A54's £449 starting price. So you'd expect a US price for the Galaxy A55 to at least match the $449 Samsung charges for the Galaxy A54 and maybe even come in a little cheaper. We're speculating on US pricing for the Galaxy F55 though, because Samsung hasn't set a US price yet. And it may never happen, as reports suggest the Galaxy F55 may not ship in this country, with the Galaxy F35 replacing it as Samsung's mid-range option. That would be a significant change from how Samsung handled the Galaxy F54, and a bit of a disappointment for US smartphone shoppers who've come to appreciate the quality of Samsung's Galaxy A5X phones in recent years. The Galaxy F55 and F54 are just about the same size. The F55 is 0.1 inches taller and fractionally wider, though not noticeably so. The extra height allows the F55 to offer a slightly larger display at 6.6 inches, compared to the F54's 6.4-inch panel. Both phones offer a 120 Hz refresh rate and a maximum brightness of 1000 nits. The real differences start to materialize when you look more closely at the way the two phones are designed. You'll find a key island on the Galaxy F55 with the raised side rail containing the power and volume buttons. Samsung also has made the rail out of metal after using matte plastic for the F54's frame. That's not the only change in materials. After using Gorilla Glass 5 for the Galaxy F54, Samsung has turned to the more premium Gorilla Glass Victus Plus for the F55's display. That should make the newer phone more durable. While Samsung kept the naming convention for the colors on its Galaxy A5X phones, available color options have shifted. Instead of the F54's Awesome Graphite, Awesome White, Awesome Lime, and Awesome Violet options, you can choose from Awesome Ice Blue, Awesome Lemon, Awesome Lilac, or Awesome Navy with the Galaxy F55. The Galaxy F54 took a big leap forward last year by adapting the 50MP main camera from the Galaxy S23 flagship as its own primary shooter. That meant high-quality photos from a more modestly priced phone, which is a primary reason we hold the F54 in such high regard. The Galaxy F55 doesn't make any changes from that, using the same cameras found on the Galaxy F54. That not only includes the 50MP main camera, but the 12MP ultrawide and 5MP macro lenses as well. Even the 32MP selfie cam is the same on both phones. We found the Galaxy F54 to be an excellent camera phone, particularly in low light settings, so we're eager to see if the Galaxy F55 matches up with that performance. For this year's model, Samsung has turned to an Exynos 1480 system on chip, which we'll assume is an upgrade over the Exynos 1380 Silicon found in the Galaxy F54. The base model of the Galaxy F55 includes 8GB of RAM, compared to 6GB in the F54 that we tested a year ago. That should make switching between apps a little more smooth. While we'd expect some performance gains by the Galaxy F55 over the Galaxy F54, we're not sure if that's going to address one of the biggest issues we've run into with Samsung's Galaxy F phones. They'd really have a hard time keeping up with other devices in this price range. The Galaxy F54 lagged behind the Pixel 7a, which is no speed demon in its own right. Maybe the Galaxy F55 closes that gap, but it's hard to imagine Samsung's latest phone keeping pace with the Pixel 8, and when that phone makes its debut later this year. Further testing will tell the tale, though. There's also no change on the battery front, with the Galaxy F55 featuring the same 5000 mAh cell as the Galaxy F54. That's not really a concern, though, as the Galaxy F54 posted a better-than-average time on our battery test with the 120 Hz refresh rate on its display enabled. Turning off that feature helped the Galaxy F54 last even longer on a charge. At the very worst, we'd expect comparable numbers, and it's possible the Exynos 1480 Silicon has better power management features to help the A55 eke out more battery life. Charging speeds are also the same, with the Galaxy A55 offering the same 25W wired charging support found on the A54. There's still no support for wireless charging. Like the Galaxy A54, the Galaxy A54 will get 4 years of Android updates, starting with Android 15 later this year. Samsung includes an additional year of security support. That's not as extensive as the 7 years of support provided to the new Galaxy S24 models, but the Galaxy A55 is also around $300 less than the cheapest Samsung flagship. On the surface, it seems like not much has changed from the Galaxy A54 to the Galaxy A55. That's actually good news, since it means the A55 is likely to follow in its predecessor's footsteps by bringing some premium features to a more affordable handset. One of the biggest differences, though, the apparent lack of US availability, is a big step back for US smartphone shoppers. Yes, Samsung will allegedly offer the Galaxy A35 as a lower-cost option, but we're less familiar with that phone since the A34 didn't ship here. A rumored Galaxy S24 FE will likely arrive later this year, but it probably will cost more than the A55 if past FE pricing is anything to go by. Perhaps it all works out, with either the Galaxy A55 enjoying a wider release or the Galaxy A35 turning out to be a worthy substitute for US bargain hunters. At the moment, though, that apparent Galaxy A55 versus Galaxy A54 change is hard to swallow, even with the design improvements Samsung made. Which feature upgrade in the Samsung Galaxy A55 are you most excited about compared to the Galaxy A54? Do let us know in the comment section. Hope you liked and subscribed to this channel. I will see you in next one.